Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Finance Tube. This is your finance guru Vishal Thakkar continuing to educate you on various concepts of finance. Today's topic of discussion is balance sheet. A lot of people ask me, what is balance sheet? How does it work? Why do we have to prepare balance sheet? And stuff like that. So let me quickly tell you in less than 2 minutes how balance sheet works, what balance sheet is, and for whom all balance sheet is useful. First of all, balance sheet is an annual statement prepared every year by companies. It is prepared to understand the financial position of an enterprise. What do you mean by financial position? Financial position means everybody who is associated with the company wants to know where is the money coming from and where is it going. So balance sheet naturally has two sides, liabilities and assets. Liabilities are also called sources of funds because that is where the money is coming from, and assets is called application of funds because that is where the company has invested money. So if we focus in detail, we understand that there are majorly three people who fund the company. Who are they? One is the owners or the promoters, who are popularly referred to as shareholders as well. Second are lenders or bankers who give loans to the company. And third are vendors, people who supply material, services and other aspects required to run an enterprise. If you look at the asset side, there are majorly two types of assets. One is fixed assets and second is current assets. Now as the name goes, fixed assets are assets which stay with the company for a long period of time. So they include land, building, plant, machinery, vehicles, furnitures, fixtures, etc. etc. Current assets are assets which keep on churning all the time. So your inventory, your receivable, your cash, etc. are classified as current assets. Now these are book definitions here. So where is the practical part? So I'll tell you a small thing which happened with me in one of my training programs. I was very seriously teaching in a training program what balance sheet is and what is a liability and what is an asset. Suddenly one of the participants, he stood up and asked me a question that, hey Vishal, I want to know, how would you classify your spouse as? Asset or liability? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I mean, this question is out of syllabus. I can't answer this question. He said, no. In the morning you said if you have any questions you ask. So he asked me and I was forced to answer. So now there is no right answer to this controversial question, whether a spouse is an asset or a liability. However, I had to give him an equally diplomatic answer. So I ended up telling him that, boss, a spouse is an asset or a liability depends on the dowry that you took at the time of your wedding. Now personally, I am against this concept of dowry, but if the question is so controversial, the answer has to be likewise. So I told him that if you have taken a very heavy dowry during the time of your wedding, then spouse is definitely a liability because liability is also called sources of funds. But if you are investing your own money, then it is application of funds, so assets. So do you want to tell me how much dowry you took at the time of your wedding? He said, no, thank you. That was it. He never asked me any more questions. But ladies and gentlemen, this example, though highly controversial, clarifies the concept of what is liability and what is asset in a very, very crystal clear manner. So hope you are clear with what balance sheet is, what assets are and what liabilities is. All the best, happy learning and keep watching our videos. For balance sheet, profit and loss, cash flow, black money, GST, CIBIL rating and much more, do subscribe to our channel, Finance Tube. We all know that people from non-finance background struggle to manage their finances. They hit the reality when they get their first paycheck, and from then on they are all by themselves to manage their money on their own for lifetime. It's like asking you to fly a plane without any formal training. It's very risky. So our endeavor through our books, our videos and all other mediums is to educate you financially so that you don't outsource managing your own finances to somebody else and suffer because of inefficiencies of other people. One of the best sellers and the fourth position on the bestseller list, Finance for Non-Finance. And what does Indian Black Money Act 2015 does? So we already know what black money is. Indian Black Money Act 2015 aims to curb